look at how. I mean, it should be sad,
Dr. Hood,
that you're a young woman and you are that jacked up and jaded. Now, come on back. Don't run. Don't run. Come on.
okay, this is an exchange between Kevin Samuel and a young lady on his IG Live or whatever. There was a little bit earlier. You could go check it out in the other video, and we'll see this. And it's all entertainment. You guys got to understand that, Kevin Samuels gets millions of views. He gets paid thousands and thousands of dollars, probably the upwards of, just off of YouTube, I would probably say 30 to 70,000 a month. If you guys can put that into configurations, you gotta look at all the videos, you gotta look at all the views, everything. I'm just guessing, but that's a hell of a lot of money that he's running through. So you guys gotta understand that when he's making this content, he has to. It's gotta be hilarious. It's gotta be, So right here, this is a video. I believe he's gonna try to humiliate this lady that looks the same color as him. This is some of the stuff that we got to check out when it comes to the modern woman and everything. He got his statistics and everything to learn how women can be more marriageable. Okay. We get that. But you got to draw the line. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to get on here and just blatantly try to humiliate another black woman, it's kind of ridiculous. But let's check it out.
You were here. Don't run. Don't run. Stay right there. Keep your ass right there.
Oh my goodness.
No, get on. No, you're going to have this conversation since you came in and talked about I claim.
He said you're going to get this work.
Claim. March 11, 2021. March 11, 2021. From who is this, sweetheart? That's Forbes.
Right.
That's Forbes. So CNN Business, Forbes. What do I need to claim that I didn't already know?
This is these own people's fault. I understand you talking about statistics, but it's these own people's fault for their businesses failing. They didn't have. There's certain plans. There's certain things you can do. There's so many businesses that did not have to shut down, and I'm sure there's rental car businesses that are still running. So, what about those businesses? They didn't all shut down.
Hey, she got a good ass point, and for Kevin Samuels to just pinpoint a couple of businesses that failed because of the pandemic, and then of course YouTube skyrocketed in the pandemic. It's for a lot of people. I actually started a podcast for something totally different that I can't even speak about for legal issues, but I started one. And in my journey, looking for a microphone, looking for, little pop filters, and when I went and tried to order up some stuff, I ran into more problems than I thought I would. And it was all off of, a result of, the pandemic, everybody being inside, everybody doing podcasts, everything like that. So if you were in the YouTube business when the pandemic started and you were consistent, you had good content, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be really high up. Now, if you had a rental car business or whatever, something a restaurant or something that wasn't successful, then, you know what I'm saying? But, it's either here or there. Nobody saw the pandemic coming. All we can do is, make the changes and the adjustments and look at the way things can be, and maybe not have one stream of income, maybe have 2 or 3 streams, so that way if 1 or 2 streams fail, you still got that third one, or you can, kind of switch and maneuver out here. You dig? This is Dr. Hood, man. Hit the like button.
Had a different plan than others.
Where are you getting that from? Or are you just making something up?
I'm not making it up.
So because some business succeeded. Is that how? I'm gonna be honest, young lady.
I mean, you can look
No,
it
no,
up.
no. See, I don't need to. No, man, no. See, you're the one making an argument, and see that's how it works in the realm of adults. You make the argument. You need to be able to have the facts, the data, statistics to stand on. So you don't. Maybe that's why you think people claim stuff, because you just pull some stuff out of your butt that you don't know. Man, if that's how you plan on living your life, that is fine.
It's common.
No, common sense is on this side. Common sense looks at the numbers. Common sense looks at an industry. Common sense says basically you go to where a demand is. And you don't have a demand in a rental car industry in a pandemic. My question to you is,
Okay, so what does that mean? That you just quit doing what you're doing just because, like, come on, and it be these guys that get on YouTube and, just because they're getting to a bag, they think they're better than, a guy that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. What happens after the pandemic? What is going on? Now we're going to just take these 2 years of our life and just throw it all away, throw all your business things and everything that you wanted to be pre-pandemic, don't be that. Don't let that be your dream. Don't dream about making money that way. Bottom line out here, you got to live your dreams. You got to live your dreams and you got to live your realities. You got to make things come true. All your thoughts, everything that was created on this planet Earth, no matter what it is, from a garden all the way to a jack for a car, everything was created off of one thought. Somebody thought of something and either told somebody or they executed it themselves. So all of this, excess, it's for the humiliation factor. I want you guys to subscribe to my channel so I can talk to you and we can actually talk about real issues. Yeah, the black community, the women, they're kind of cranked up. They're kind of cranked up, and they definitely need to crank down if they want to be able to form that family bond. A lot of guys, they're just not going to do that. It's like a loud room. If you're looking for somewhere quiet to study and you got a bunch of rooms and you open the door and this room's too loud, you open this door, people running around doing all of this stuff. You might close that door, you go to the third door, and it might be a few people actually sitting in there studying this quiet, nice working environment. Well, that's where you're going to go. So that's what guys do. They don't tell you that they're going to pass on you because of your behavior. They don't. They just friend zone you and benefits, where you don't have to deal with them for long, A lot of times, females with these attitudes and that's the problem. They're cool for the first couple of hours that you're with them. You swoop them up, hang out, they're cool, but then they just get to flipping off the handle, So what a guy's gonna do is just gonna use you accordingly. That's what guys do, and people don't expect guys to be smart enough to use you accordingly. You don't want to be something that a guy is just using sporadically. You want to be somebody that a guy wants to be around, a guy wants to build a bond with, a guy wants to build a family with. Okay? So, like I said, some of this content is relevant. It brings up conversations, but the humiliation factor in not trying to teach this young lady, like, I'm pretty sure you got all these statistics. Give her 5 or 10 different businesses that may work out, that are pandemic proof, or that are going to be successful. Give her the blueprint instead of trying to tear her down. And that's what we see far too often on this YouTube. I wouldn't even say black community, this YouTube black community, because people, they show their ass on here. They really do.
What are you doing right now?
You asking me what am I doing?
Yeah, you're not in college.
Water break.
No, that's right.
What do you do?
Well, that's man, that's tough. I get what you're saying. Okay, well, I'm reserved in the Army. I'm thinking of going back active. Or I'm thinking of going active duty. But besides that, I do freelance. I can sing, I can act, I can write.
How
But
do you provide for yourself?
right now, I'm in a middle situation right now.
What does that mean to the people who don't know what you're talking about? How do you provide? How do you pay for the rent, the food, your care? Who's paying for that?
I am.
With money from when?
There's apps.
There's apps.
Yes.
What does that mean?
So please, I need leeway.
Okay, let's go.
No.
No.
You need guidance. You are far too young to be this. First of all, to be your age.
And she said 22. She not like far too young to be nothing, bro. She's just trying to figure it out. And if this is the way she can learn, is to jump on here and hear you try to tear her down, you know, it's gonna make her skin thicker, you know. She's got all the potential and all the time to be somebody special. And that's what you need to tell her. That's what us men need to feed into our black queens. You know, rather you like her or not, rather you like her hair, you like her background, you like, you know, her little striped shirt, you know, rather you like her or not. She's a black queen. You're a black king. We need to embrace that. You know, I think there's like some disconnect there. I think there's like some disconnect. And we wake up thinking that in order to be better than somebody, I have to shit on somebody. You know, it doesn't work like that. The best man, the confident man, is always gonna uplift. The guy that is insecure about his spot, he is unsure, uncertain about the duration of whatever he has going on, he's always gonna feel insecure and feel the need to exploit and tear down a woman or anything for that matter. This Dr. Hood, hit that button, man. This is where you're at. This is the Reaction Gang. Okay? And you know, this is the channel where we go in. You know, this ain't the Kevin Samuels. This is the Dr. Hood. Just to let y'all know I'm reacting. And this is where you come here for to get these type of reactions. Right? Let's get that clear. You know, we don't want no copyright simp bullshit that been going on. You know, and you guys can go check out my other videos and you guys can know what I'm talking about.
You don't know anything. I am 30 years older than you and experienced longer than you are tall. Who do you think knows more about the business world than me or you?
You have a lot of knowledge about it, yes. Doesn't mean that everything you say is correct.
Exactly. See, she's busting him down. And I will bet that this woman had a father in the house growing up, because she's not just gonna get on here and go for all of your bullshit. She's not. Yes, she agreed. Yes, you probably got more experience than a 22-year-old if you're fucking 50 fucking 2, right? You're 52. You know? You should. A man living on the street under a bridge at 52 years old should have more business knowledge than a 22-year-old. And motherfuckers will laugh, and then they're probably in the comments, oh, yeah, you have way more experience than her, Kevin. Man, you guys need to wake the fuck up. You guys need to wake the fuck up, man. This ain't Farmville. You know, this is not a public distraction, man. This is the time to open up your mind and put yourself in a position to win. I'm going to put myself in a position to win, but I'm going to need a little help. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's run it up. We need 100,000 so we can start the show and we can get this shit popping, you know. I'm going to be airing my shit the same time Kevin Samuels air his shit. So, or right after, right before, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get it popping, you know, popping.
Difference does it make, man? Is that how you live your life? That if everything has to be one way or it all is subject? Because it seems to be women who think like you think that probability and possibility are the same thing.
That's the difference between hope and faith.
Which one of our financial institutions functions on either?
Faith.
Which one of our financial institutions functions on faith?
Everything.
Financial institutions, banks, credit, the things that you need to make this world run. You know, the lights that are on in your house, it's run by a power company. The power company has to pay, you have to pay for that stuff. You don't get anything provided by faith. Why don't you just admit that you're out of your depth, you don't know what you're talking about?
Well, why don't you just admit that you're a 52-year-old black man trying to humiliate somebody that could be your daughter, you know, probably looks like your daughter. You know, you're probably looking at your daughter right now, but you'll rather get her on the internet and try to humiliate her. And she's doing good, man. I'm glad she called back and got up on there. He tried to clown her the first time. I'm glad she sucked it up and tightened it up. She has the qualities of being a strong black woman. You know, it's nurturing. You gotta nurture these things. You gotta groom these things, right? Don't get your head down just because this guy's gonna try to clown you. That's what he does. Then he gets Brittany Renner on here and he kisses her ass, right? And she's a fucking thought. You're probably somebody that's never sold your body before. He doesn't give you any credit for that, you know, but he's gonna jock her and buy Birkin bags and, you know, everything for her. Because she's a thought and she's giving up her pussy more times than, you know, a motherfucker go to the ATM. Right? That's what he values. That's the value. Exercising options, it's not some good thing. You're tricking. Yeah, you exercise an option, you're tricking. You got this money, you want to dangle it over somebody's head like money's everything. This shit comes and go, fam. This shit come and go. You know, I know real estate agents, I know people that, you know, general contractors, you know, even when the plywood went up, you know, they weren't building so many houses. So the bottom line and the learning experience from this whole pandemic is be humble, be helpful, be humble.
If you have faith, that's how you keep the lights on.
Okay, can you go, what state do you live in?
I'm in California right now.
Can you go?
Okay, that statement right there, you got faith, keep the lights on. You know, you got faith, you keep going, you know, but it has to be some level of work added in there. And that's what he should have told you instead of trying to humiliate you. This channel will grow just as fast or faster if you actually, because it's funny. It's Jerry Springer. This is the Jerry Springer Show. Kevin Samuel Springer Show. Okay?
What's the power company in California?
The power company?
Uh-huh.
As far as what? I'm sorry.
Are you in a house or?
See, she's a little young, so she's probably not gonna know all of this stuff, or she probably lives with mom and stuff, and I might be jumping in here premature trying to defend her, but I do know that if I was 22 and I went and tried to talk to a 52-year-old man or a 52-year-old woman, I could do without all of this trying to bash me and glaring down on me. You know, if I even want to be in the same room with you, I want to be able to learn from you, not sit here and go back and forth bickering and back and forth. That's irrelevant.
Right now?
Yes, man. Right now.
That's personal.
You're on Instagram in front of 10,000 people with your name shown.
Yes, I know.
So you can either tell me, or you can play that game with me. You wanted this conversation.
You're right.
What is it? A house or an apartment? Don't make an issue where there's no issue.
I was in an apartment about a month ago.
Okay. Where you currently are right now, where the lights are, where are you at?
Circumstantial.
Uh-huh.
Right, and this is when his fatherly instinct should kick in, because he sees that this woman has something that she doesn't want to share, and something is traumatically affecting her. Rather if she's in a shelter, rather if she's staying with family, or whether she's got to live with somebody that she got to sell her at, fuck the dude every night just to stay there, It's obviously something hurting this girl. Now, if you're going to be up on this YouTube giving out advice and all of this, at least you got to lend a helping hand and inspire. Just inspire. It doesn't cost anything to inspire. She's going through something. Now, I hope this goes smooth, and I hope he doesn't just slam dunk her. Like he won't do any of these thoughts. You never do it. You never do it, bro.
You know what that means. So you were in an apartment. Was the apartment in your name?
It was shared. I had roommates.
Uh-huh. And whose name was the lease in?
And I had roommates. It wasn't in anyone's name.
You have to have a lease to have an apartment.
Right.
So whose name was it in?
Everyone had separate leases, so I had my own.
Your name was on the lease?
Yes.
Okay.
This is hard to watch.
How long did you live in this apartment?
About a year.
All right. So the apartment was a dwelling. Who provided the power for the lights, the gas, the air conditioning?
I don't know if you've ever been in a roommate situation, but in that situation, it was all inclusive. You just pay for. I've never actually.
Right. It could have been like a friend situation. When I got out of high school, there was a house where, and it was really cheap. That's back when the mortgages and rents and everything. I think the total rent on the house was about $800-900. I remember it was a couple partners putting up like $300 a month. Stuff like that. All bills included. It was a long time ago, early 2000s. So, of course, times changed, but I'm pretty sure none of them dudes really knew, unless the guy that his mom, it was his house, her house. And she let her son stay there and rented out 2 of the rooms, to help pay for everything. Just thinking about that sounds great. But this is what young people do to conserve their money, or whatever, try to get to the next level. See, it's not like people are here at the bottom and they're not trying. They don't have all the answers. That's why they call you. So when they call you, It's your responsibility to give them effective, good feedback and to inspire. Like I said, it doesn't cost any money to inspire. It does not.
Got to deal with separate bills. I've always been.
So in other words, you who don't even seem to understand how to set up a basic residence think you know enough to talk about business.
I know that can learn, I'm not going to shoot myself down just because I don't know these things yet.
So
you're going to get there and you're going to get your ass and go find you some books about business. Here's one of them. Think and Grow Rich. Different type of things that can actually help this woman out. Let's admit, this is it could be worse. Let's admit, but when you put any negativity into the equation, you're not making anything better, But I got faith that this woman right here, she's gonna bounce back from whatever it is. In 20 years from now, when she's 40 and she's doing what she needs to do because she stayed fit, she was submissive. She knows about the power company and what it takes to run a household and to have money, different streams, different things. She's locked herself in her room. She's read up on a whole bunch of things. She's watching more of the news to know what's going on in the world financially. Who knows? She might want to dibble and dabble with some stocks and stuff. She has every chance of being very, very, very successful. That's what we want to hear. Now you get these other people on here, man. Go get some white girls on here and bash them. You ain't helping, bro. This stuff is funny. That's why people go here. It's a lot of traffic. Okay? But you ain't really gonna help out. That's the problem. We go all talk about the black community and how they don't get married and the women and they're this and they're the least wanted and come on now. How are we gonna help? And all you dick riders, you guys can go ahead and get in the comments now, because I'm gonna clap at you one by one. If you a dick, Kevin Samuels dick rider, I'm gonna clap at your ass one by motherfucking one. So go ahead and get in the comments now. I'm waiting on your ass.
The reality, the possibility, the truth, the facts, the data, statistics, things that you may not like is shooting yourself down.
There's time. I have time. I mean, I don't have all the time in the world, of course. But when I get there, there's going to be nothing stopping me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at that fucking face. I love that. Because I root for the people at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I love to see somebody come up out the mud and be like, ain't when I motherfucking do. You feel me? You heard that, man. Hit the like button.
Reality. No, man. See, you're just talking.
Right.
Here you go, trying to tear it down.
In the position you sound like you're in, all you have available to you is faith. You don't have anything else. What else? But see, if you have...
She's got just as much as probably the average 22-year-old has. Nothing. Okay? He was just talking about the 23-year-old man. You have nothing, you don't deserve an 8. You don't have nothing, you don't deserve a woman. You don't have nothing. Your financial strive is 40 to 50, 45 to 55. Be submissive. Get a man, you being submissive. So all of those are off the table just because you want to humiliate her, or does she get those options on the table too? Does she have the option to be submissive to a man and be a man's help? and following suit, that feminine energy, does she have a chance for that? Or are you just on here blowing smoke?
In sense, you could get other things. But you came in here talking about opinions. And I just showed that you have opinions too, but they're based in nothing. Not even something you've lived. I've showed my sources. You don't even know what you're talking about.
One proof of evidence that her business could get shut down just because of
one proof of evidence. Ma'am, how many businesses did we lose? And the reason I'm doing this, people, is this is this, and I really don't mean it.
Well, I'm gonna let you say why you're doing this, but first of all, I know why you're doing this. Because you get paid off of YouTube upwards of, I'll say 30 to 80. I'm gonna say 80,000, 30 to 80,000 a month. That's why you do this. Let's get that out of there. And for two, I don't want to sound like these ladies, because it's beginning to look like that. You've been hurt in your relationship. You had 2 wives. Maybe one of them probably did something that was not morally sound and maybe cheated on you. Okay. So just because you got a YouTube channel, you can't get cheated on? And you got some animosity against young men. It's like a king in the kingdom. They see these young men, coming up. They got to do something about that. Don't let this YouTube stuff go to your head, people.
This is a sad state of education in our community. That we're to this point to where at 22 years old, in the face of all this data, nothing is enough. This is where sign language comes from. The need to be right is pathological with a lot of Black women. You need to be right.
No.
The one proof of evidence. Ma'am, I showed you I showed you articles from CNN and Forbes.
The Black woman definitely needs to be right about everything, But you still, because this is all we got. Without this Black woman, there wouldn't be a Black man, So we gotta put the respect where it's due. All the other races do it. Except for us. So let's get to it.
That's before the data from the Chamber of Commerce and the Small Business Association. I've showed multiple places. And all this stuff you don't know anything about.
Because you're trying to be negative. Where's the proof? You could have found proof in regards to a business succeeding through this pandemic.
Right. Bust his old ass, young lady.
You chose to find a business that failed. To shoot this female down. You choose to shoot females down consistently on a
So I want you guys to understand something. This woman's mentality is so warped.
Now he's going in. She called his fuck ass out. And you YouTube motherfuckers that's following this bullshit, like I said, there is some good points in there. We can learn a lot from Donald Trump, right? Everybody can learn a lot from Donald Trump. Donald Trump knows a lot about business that he can teach each and every person something. But do people want to get that message, right? So you can learn a lot from this Kevin Samuels experience, because you're getting organic conversation back and forth. And even when you're a baby, you hear people conversating. That's how you learn. You're looking at the news, you're hearing people conversating, going back and forth, debating. It's a good learning environment. I would encourage young people like her to go on YouTube. Instead of looking at Kevin Samuels, go look at some debates, some classic debates where you can learn different things and you can add different tools to your treasure chest, okay? To your toolbox, okay? So she busted him up, and now she's about to pay.
that I chose to manufacture. See, Kevin Samuels, one person, manufactured this evidence. I wouldn't chose that.
This is
no, ma'am. Be quiet. You sound crazy.
You are manifesting this.
You sound crazy. And this, thank you. Manifestation madness. That is what I talked to 2 weeks ago. This is what's going on with these young women, especially young black women, because you guys are so lost. All you have,
especially young black women, all they have is old motherfuckers like you that's not gonna give them the game. And then when they got a guy like Dr. Hood that comes around and try to spread some positivity, you know, to get the young black men just to stop killing each other. That's what my channel's all about. You know, bring the families together, multiply our numbers as a black race, because we're the most minute in America, and uplift. But we get old guys like this that they'll see a guy try to get a few views on they thing, using some content like this right here. I might get my whole YouTube channel deleted because of this video right here. And he is manifesting the bullshit. He wants us to manifest that, not me. I don't follow the bullshit. I don't give a fuck who it is. I got my own fucking mind. You know, my mistakes are the shit that I gotta fucking live with and I gotta deal with. I made many mistakes growing up and just living, you know. And when I was 22, I didn't know shit like I know now. I always knew about money. You know, that was my first love, you know. But I didn't know shit compared to what I know now. And she doesn't know shit compared to what she's gonna know in even 5 more years. With all the technology, all of these resources. If she keeps her head on her swivel, doesn't do drugs. Okay, people smoke weed. You cannot smoke weed so much to the point where you can't get anything done and you're not stimulating your mind on positivity and growth and, you know, the way the world functions and knowing how to run a household and bills and, you know, I mean, you can't smoke weed so much to the point where you're just muting out all of that shit. But if this girl keeps her head on, and she probably doesn't even smoke weed, right? So she's definitely on the right path. And this conversation is going to help her out. It's not going to help Kevin Samuels out because he's not doing anything to uplift her. He's just trying to tear her down, you know. And we're talking about an individual basis. I'm not going to go and say the last 200 girls he talked to, he did this, he did that. I'm going to react to each video individually and give my individual reaction to it. If I see a thought on here, because I don't preach that. Dr. Hood channel, we don't glorify thoughts. So if she would have got up in here like a thought, I probably wouldn't have had her back like this. Okay? Just so you guys can kind of know where I stand. Oh, he's inconsistent. No, I'm not inconsistent. I'm just running this shit the way I want to run this. Okay? Let's go.
Manifestation. So you can't deal with reality. Reality is you choose, man, all you have to do is go Google it yourself. Look up the facts regarding an industry. And you're going to say, well, that's what you chose to find. So you want to just say, okay, well, let me go find an article that goes against CNN, Money, and Forbes. That's what it is.
I have yet to see you being positive about somebody's
Man, it's because you don't, first off, because one,
she's correct. She's correct. She has yet to see you be positive about somebody's business. Period. You pussy ass Kevin Samuel followers, get in the comments. I'll clap your ass one by one. Okay? Dr. Hood gonna clap your fucking faggot ass. Okay? Let's go.
You are your own issue. I can't make you. Yeah, you are, because you bring you to every conversation. Your perspective is warped. So you're gonna tell me you have yet to see me positive? I don't doubt that, because that's on you. That conversation I had with that young lady was positive. That's why she said thank you. But you already got a point of view. It's called confirmation bias. What you already believe, you'll go ahead and find information to prove it. See, but us thinking people, we actually evolve and take in new information. You haven't taken any new information in yet. You're still as ignorant and as wrong as you are when you first.
And that's not true. It seems to me like she's taking this in. That's why she called back. So you can keep doing it for the ratings, Kevin. You know, I think one day, maybe when you get a little more mature, you get in that space where so you actually got somebody that loves you. A lot of men, we go unappreciated. We do so much for the family. We do so much. And then, you got kids that act a certain way. And you got a woman that, just doesn't, she loves you and everything, but she just doesn't treat you like a fucking king. And that shit could weigh on a man. And it could definitely affect how he interacts with other people. So when you find that, when you get in that space where you're around genuine people that truly love who you are, I believe Kevin Samuels be reformed also. I believe he'll actually inspire. He'll use some of the later years, he's developing. I want him to be on here for another 20 years if God's willing. I don't know how long this Kevin Samuel experience is gonna last, but I believe, because I'm always thinking positive, that even he will start to change his content and try to help people out. Like, you're not gonna lose views just because you're trying to help people. Oh, I don't like Kevin Samuels no more. Everybody that gets on there, he tries to help them. Oh, he doesn't tear them down anymore. I don't want to watch that. Like, you're not gonna really get too many people like that. So that's my point, Kev. And I want you to make a video about me, dude. Cause we need that exchange.
And the sad part is, when this is over, I go back to my successful life. You go back to your manifesting hope and faith. That's not an insult. One of us is living life on purpose, and another one is reduced to hope and manifestation because you don't want to do it the way it's supposed to be done. Well, go invest hope in the bank. Go try to use that to pay for groceries. Go try to pay for anything with hope and see what happens. Do you ever have a checking account?
Yes.
Do you just put your checking account out, or write a check, or use your check card and just hope there's money in there?
No. I have faith that I'm going to get the bag and I'm going to put it in my account.
What the fuck is a bag when you're broke? Listen to this. I want you to listen to this crazy talk. A bag when you don't even know what a basic residence setup is. You are so far from talking about a bag. You need a job. You need an education. You need some therapy. You need a mentor. You need some guidance. Because there's a lot of things going on with you, young lady. And what you don't realize is you're getting help. Bag? What room you gonna put it in? See, one of the things that's happened in our culture is we've pumped so much bullshit into it. So we've had young ladies like you watching people talk about manifest, the secret kind of stuff. All right, fine. Faith. I was baptized at 5. I've been a man of faith my entire life. But faith.
And look where that got you. How? How can you be a testimony of somebody that was baptized at 5 and been a man of faith his whole... And I'm not trying to judge. My parents tried to raise me in the church also. They tried to raise me in the church also. I don't like getting into religion, but This is one of the reasons why, I have so many questions when it comes to this Christianity, religious type of deal. Because what we do is we get Christian men like this that's supposed to be raised in the church, baptized at 5, believes in marriage, all of this stuff. And then, just like Kirk Franklin, once they get the bag, they running around having scandals, casual sex and, all of this other stuff. Wanting to glow up and disrespecting people. Okay? So, you guys can put the shoe on if you want to wear the motherfucker. I'm just giving you that content. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. This is Dr. Hood. Tell him.
Outworks is what? I don't want a Bible bump with me. Faith without works is what? Faith without works is what?
That's hope then. You're not talking about
faith. Without works is dead.
That's the truest thing he said.
Can you reach for a Bible right now?
Right. She's really questioning, like, do you have one present right there while you talking this shit? She's not buying what you're saying. And that's because, I don't know, but I believe that she probably had a dad at home. And this is, and it's not pushback. See, they say the black women so argumentative. She doesn't have to agree. This is a debate, you idiot. This is a debate. She's not supposed to agree with everything you say. And you are not supposed to get mad if she doesn't agree with you. Okay? She's not getting mad at you because you're not agreeing with her.
Now I want you to look at the stubbornness. And this, I want you guys to understand, this is
just because she asked you to reach for a Bible and you couldn't reach for one. This is your home study. I don't have one right here. I keep my little small one in the car, and it's for reasons. It was the one that when I got released from prison, I had a little ass Bible. My belief system was a lot different then than it is now. I keep it in my car. It goes in every car that I got. Yeah, I just keep it. I keep it with me. So I don't have one in my home study, right? But she's laughing because it's funny. Dude, you couldn't reach for one. She called you out on your bullshit.
This is Order 66 that I talked about yesterday and the day before. This is what it is. This is what was programmed by Big Mama. That's why I said I don't really feel sad. So I'm not so hard because this was programmed in women like yourself. This is Order 66. She's too young to have gotten this far off track by herself.
Just because she don't agree with you.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, the world doesn't care.
Correct.
And who else sits here and talks to women like you day in and day out, whether you like it or not? And I got more women saying thank you.
Please, you should. And you
Then you tell me, okay, I shoot them down.
Yes.
Okay, that's what you want to say, ma'am? I'm sorry, that's what you want to say? Because I'm not going to tell you that you know what you're talking about when you don't. And I'm going to use this as a lesson because, and let's just say I do shoot them down. Let's just take it your way. I shoot them down. Does it help them?
I have no clue. They gotta.
Whoa! Stop right there.
Follow up.
Hold on, stop right there.
You got content that is helpful, but I don't think you're helping them. Like, you're not helping her. You're giving her a bad experience, which is gonna help her grow. But it's not. She could grow more if you gave her a positive experience. So yeah, we learn from positive and negative. This I would classify as a negative experience exchange that she's having with you. And she's going to turn it into a positive. You're just going to be the old grumpy man you with a bag from YouTube.
Just say I do shoot them down. Does it help them? You say you have, if you say you have no clue, then what are you talking about?
LA.
See, this is why so many black women are so easily taken advantage of. This is why you got white guys who can get on TikTok and just call you queens and everything else, and y'all will just watch them, give them hundreds of thousands of views and donate. You're easily manipulated by somebody telling you what the hell you want to hear. Calling you a queen, telling you this and that, and y'all are just...
So you don't have to go that far. You don't have to call her a queen just to give her a couple books that she can read that can expand her horizon.
Stand in line and buy the books and everything else. Sign up for their courses, but somebody comes along and tells you the truth that you can go look up for yourself. Hard realities that everybody else deals with in life that you can observe yourself, and you turn around and call it negative. But the only person that's losing is women who look like you. If I wanted to shoot you down, I would sit around and do what everybody else does and write books and tell you you're queens. And line up and get the bag. I don't have to do this. I ain't had to spend the last 20 minutes to try to talk to somebody whose head is as solid as that rock you're behind you. But I know somebody else that looks like you, as young as you, was listening and starting to say, you know what? In her, I see me, and there's a problem. You ain't used to having a man talk to you, and that is understandable because most of us didn't grow up with fathers. But you are still responsible for who you are in this world, young lady. Whether your father was there or not, your mother and your father, I don't know what that situation is, but you're 20 some odd years old. You got to get yourself through this world. And it ain't by sitting around having opinions and manifesting. You don't manifest and carry your ass to the armed services. Go into the armed services because you need some substance and security. If you really want to put this manifest shit to the test, you would turn down Uncle Sam's paycheck and his benefits, and you'd carry your ass out into the city and see if you could manifest a real living. Take that art and stuff you say you're so good at, don't go the government benefit way, go out there.
I am. I'm in LA.
Uh-huh. But you forgot the first part. You're in the reserve.
Okay.
That ain't free. You get paid for that. And you're talking about going, would you say full-time or something like that?
Possibly, if my...
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because...
Why go into a place that has structure, authority, discipline, and rules? If you're going...
Because she's 22 years old, Kevin. She's 22 fucking years old. Everybody can't make a YouTube channel and get the bag. You know, somebody said you were working at Neiman Marcus or something. Like, dude, you act like you really, really, really like come from like, bro, you gotta take a step back, take a couple steps back, bro. You know, reality is real. So you gotta live it too. Everybody just can't live the reality and you just live some fantasy.
Manifest is such a creative. That's counterintuitive. If you can manifest and believe, then go out there.
You don't
do
in
LA
4 hours a day. It would provide me income in order to do so.
Ding, 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 ding. This is why I don't feel sorry, because at the end of the day, they know how to survive when it gets right down to it. Bottom line, yep, you just proved my point.
No.
Yeah, you did. You don't understand you did, but you did.
Your point is to get a man and have him provide for me. That's
that ain't my point. That ain't my point. Damn sure ain't my point to you. Where have I said to you to go get a man? In this...
That's his point. He's made that point many a times. He's made that point.
I'm talking about your overall...
No, I'm talking to you. No, I'm talking to you. Where have I said in this conversation? See, you put...
See, this is the thing. You know, you get up on this YouTube, you get to spewing out every day. And then you kind of forget, because you're making hundreds of videos, right? So you kind of forget some of the dumb shit you're saying. And you got a woman like this, you know, she's young. Her brain, you know, she can obtain so much. So she's analyzing the bullshit. She probably been analyzing for months. She knows the type of shit you're talking about. She knows what you're gonna say next. I don't think we give the young people enough credit. That's the thing.
From all these different conversations, what have I said once about you going to get a man? What have I told you? You need some therapy. You need some structure. I ain't said damn nothing about a man.
Why do I need therapy?
Because you're broken.
How am I broken?
Watch the replay.
What have I told you?
Watch the replay, ma'am.
What exactly? How is she broken? He's just trying to he's trying to shoot her down, man. He wants to humiliate her. You know, and that's what it is. That's why she's even on here this long. You know, he could have moved on to somebody else. You know, he wants to keep her on here so he can humiliate her. And then you look at her in the face, she doesn't look fat in the face, so he's not gonna jump on her weight. If she was looking fat in the face, what's your dress size? What's this? What's that? But he can see that this woman she's not fat in the face. So I will bet, you know, if he does, the first person to comment, first person in the comments, I'll cash app you $50 if he doesn't say, if he says anything about her weight.
Told me and where I've gleaned, just look in the comment section what the women say.
It's because of a man. It's because of a man that I'm broken.
Okay, well, whatever. Okay, if that's the case, you're still broken.
I tried to go to bat for her, but you admitted that you broke it. I can't go to bat.
Why?
I was trying to help you prove your point. I'm not.
No, man. No. It's because of a man you're broken. I didn't say why you were broken. I just said you were broken. What are you doing about your brokenness?
I'm making myself do what I gotta do.
So you're doing it yourself?
Yes.
What qualifies you to do that?
Me being alive, breathing.
Okay.
Right. The old-fashioned
A lawyer
way.
who represents himself as a
You know,
fool for a
all
client.
this bougie-ass new school bullshit. You know what I'm saying? How else the motherfucker get through it? You know, I've been through a lot. I seen friends die in my fucking front seat of my car. You know, I seen, you know, a lot. I seen a lot. I seen family members laid up in the hospital bed, shot. You know, I just lost a cousin last night. Okay? How the hell are we getting through this? Like, let's be real, Kevin. You know, everybody ain't just walking down and going to sit in front of a goddamn therapist all the time. Yeah, it's probably helpful, it's probably needed, but the reality is that us real people gotta get through it ourselves. Just like she said. And you should give her the strength instead of tearing her down. That's my point.
We're going to get some therapy. What's wrong with sit down and talk to somebody who's trained in this kind of stuff? So then do it. What's the worst that could happen? Order 66, y'all. She admits, I'm broken. She said, I don't know what to talk about. And it is, I'm broken, but I'm broken because of the men. See, your life, you've been used to being able to blame men. I don't care. You know what the issue is. What are you going to do about it?
You're right.
I know I am.
A man tried to break me.
Right.
What are you doing about it? Man, we heard what you said, and we all see what we see.
Right.
Ma'am, you can say what you want to. These hearts are coming from men and women alike. The only one that doesn't seem to understand what's going on is you. And I'm not doing this to hurt you or to embarrass you. I'm doing this to help you. You'll thank me one day. Because you're too young to be this sour.
Ooh, who's sour? You. Sour. If anybody's sour.
Right.
A sour. Because where is your woman? In all of this, where is your woman?
She's where she needs to be.
Get on his ass. Where is your woman? Where is she? So we can check the mileage on this bitch. Okay? Let's see, Kevin. How many miles does she got? How many kids does she got? You know, is she a thought? Where's your woman, man? We want to know.
No, are we talking about relationships now? Hold on.
Oh, so you're deflecting. So you're deflecting now. You're deflecting. You don't want to answer the question. You know, or let's another better one. No. Answer my question first, and then we'll get into that. Okay. Well, answer her question. She sat up on here for the greater part of 45 minutes with you. And, I think she deserves to be able to ask a few questions. What do y'all think? Leave it in the comments.
Relationships now? Is that what you want to do?
I'm saying.
Okay. She's where she needs to be. Mm-hmm. Where's your man?
Back in New York, and that's not my man no more.
Uh-huh. Is that the one that tried to break you?
Mm-hmm.
Because mine don't do that. Mine plays her role. She knows her part. And she's glad to have you.
Quiet?
Excuse me?
Like she be quiet?
She ain't quiet.
That's hard.
You don't understand nothing.
She doesn't exist.
That's why I said you're broken.
Okay.
This is why I said you're broken. And ain't nothing wrong with being broken. But you need to address it. Because you walk into the world this way, and this is what the world gets. The other two women on the panel weren't like you.
How do you know?
They came in at a different energy, a different place. You were the one I focused on because you were the one in trauma. You were the one in distress.
No, she was the one with the brown skin. She was the one with the brown skin. You felt like this one would be funny. Everybody will laugh at this. Everybody will hit the laugh face at this video. That's why you picked her. The other girl, she was in agreement. She was in agreement with you right away. You don't want to talk to her because she's going to kiss your ass. You don't want to talk to her. It ain't going to be no good day. It's going to be the boring ass Kevin Samuels show. He had a woman on there that actually agreed with the bullshit that he be spewing out. And it just does not make for a good show. It does not. You picked her because you wanted to humiliate her. A spade is a spade, man.
Is looking for something, and you didn't sit here for a reason, and you didn't join back on there because you didn't need something. You're just too proud to admit you do, because if you didn't want to be sitting here, you didn't have to take the invitation. Young lady, we all fail in life. It ain't easy.
Right.
But we need help. Then you can't do it yourself.
I'm a man, a specific man in my life. That's what I don't need.
I said therapy.
Okay.
What is the problem with men? Why at 22 are men so bad? I don't need help from a man. Well, do respect this military you're going to get into? That's a male organization.
That's irrelevant, man. That's fucking irrelevant, man. What are you talking about?
But it's a job at the end of the day.
But it's made by men.
It's business.
It's run by men.
As long as they're being
It's run by men. I thought you didn't need no man. Everything you got in this world, a man made. The building you in, the building you in, the wall that's behind you was not constructed by females.
Yeah, but that comes.
There's no but. You need us.
There definitely is a but.
You need us. Without us, you die. And at 22 years old, that biological fact should not rub you the wrong way. So whatever's going on with you is counter to your regular psychological programming. I don't know what your childhood was like. That ain't my business. But you shouldn't be this sour at 22.
It's just that nobody needs to hear that.
You need to hear it.
Me. You need me. Like, that's basically what you're saying.
You need men. Women do need. You need men.
You need me.
See, I want you guys to understand something. This is all she heard. That's all she heard. And then you need to understand.
Not have to say
that. I mean, that's all you're saying, bro. You ain't said shit that's helpful to her. You said a few things, but you haven't given her any tools to move on with. Like, okay, now that you tore her down, give her 2 or 3 things that she can take from this that will help her and benefit her, because she's a black woman. So where in it do you not want to render some type of aid, and like you see, even if she is broken. So what do you want to do? You know somebody's broken, and then you just want to throw more darts at them. I really don't understand. I would expect this from a 20-year-old Kevin Samuels. I wouldn't expect this from this guy. But 20-year-old Kevin Samuels probably wasn't shit. Probably didn't have shit. Definitely looked awkward. Definitely looked. I've seen some of the older pics. So now that you got the bag, the YouTube bag, and we seen when you first started, I'm gonna go back to some of that. We seen when you first started on YouTube, all of this bullshit that you was coming up with.
Yes, we do. What is a woman's purpose? No. You're the help me. You're the help me.
I should not have to tell you.
You're not my equal.
You need me.
A woman is not a man's equal.
Here. I should not have to say that to a man. He should know this already.
Excuse me. Check this, all this, whatever just reared up in you, like it or not.
She's right.
You're our help me. We're not yours.
Right. My relationship, I don't just tell my girl, you need me, you need me, you need me, you need me. She already knows that she needs me. I already know that. So I don't need to say that. So she's right again, man. I think she won this exchange. I think she did. Because for one, he doesn't know everything she's into. He's just guessing, trying to pick and, humiliate.
You wouldn't be here either. A woman made.
And see, that's the whole purpose. A woman, you didn't make me. No, you carried a child. Men carried the spark of life. You just had the woman.
What did you come out of, sir?
What man?
Right. He's came out of the same woman that he disrespects on the daily, a black woman.
Just because you have the ability to carry a child and produce, you didn't build this world. And see, that's the thing. I need you to understand how jaded and how warped so many of our young women are about the image of men. To think about men in such negative terms at 22. And you wonder why, what did I talk about yesterday? Black women are aging and dying alone. This shit came from what I said, Execute Order 66. You cannot make this shit up. At 22, while other women of other nationalities are looking forward to life, we got this woman. And there's so many of you, this broken, upset, thinking that men are your problem. Your problem is deeper than you understand. And a lot of your problem, ma'am, I got news for you. A lot of your problem has to do with the women who raised you. The women who put you in the situations where you were in. But it's easier to blame the men. Therapy, man. Because like I said, like when not all, whatever. And this is where I'm saying it's a shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right. It's a never-ending loop. The never-ending loop. And this is why. Set for self-destruction. Young women like this were auto-programmed to destroy themselves. To be out here by themselves. To where they're unfit for anybody else to where. So guess what? Big Mama's insurance plan. Right here.
I mean, I'm in the Army. I have an insurance plan.
You in the Army. You're in an insurance plan. That place is built and run by men.
Still have an insurance plan.
You mean that place is built and run by men? Yes. So you need that, right?
By men.
Young lady. Young lady. Check it. BetterHelp.com. Get an online therapist. Talk to somebody. You need to.